Soften up the mess, drop it in the water, let the daughter find her image with the rest. She'll be learning how to breathe, spinning through identity, reveal another pretty little scheme. Save her mind, hold her hand, and don't believe a lie, you understand me.
Hi guys, welcome to the Covered Podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Imani, and today I have an amazing guest. He is a published photographer, a creative director, an artist, and my friend, Kenneth James.
What's up?
So excited.
I'm excited too.
Yes, thank you for coming.
I can't believe this is a thing right
It's
now.
real. Like, this is as real as it gets. Yes. We're going to talk all things God and mental health today, but first, I have a little icebreaker for us. You ready?
Okay.
No, you got it. You got it. So I actually named the icebreaker based on one of your favorite sayings. You always say it. Whenever
What?
something overwhelming happens, Kenny goes, God bless it. So I named this icebreaker, God bless the stress.
Okay. Oh, okay.
God
I love
bless
it.
the stress.
I love it.
So you just pick one out, you answer it to the best of your ability, rapid fire style.
Okay.
So go ahead, you can start.
Who do you call when you feel anxious? I would like to say no one, and that's probably the problem.
Okay.
I feel like I'm bad at like asking for help.
Got you. That's
so
real.
I feel like that's a thing I gotta work on.
That's real.
I kind of like when I get like anxious or I'm having like panic attacks.
Yeah.
I kind of like cave in.
Okay.
Almost, and like
Okay.
I kind of isolate.
Okay. I get that.
But I feel like if I were to call anybody, it would be my dad is very calming.
Okay. All right, this one says, what's one myth about mental health that the church needs to let go of? So one of the things that bothers me, I feel like the most, is when people are like, oh, God didn't give you a spirit of anxiety, like pray it away, basically. And so that's one of the myths that like, I feel like, yes, he did give us a spirit of fear, but like when I wake up in the morning, anxiety's there.
Yeah,
like
it's real.
It's there. It's real, and it's a practical thing. And so I don't really like when people over spiritualize mental health. I would prefer when people take the spiritual and the practical, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Which Bible character do you relate to mentally?
Yeah.
You don't know it's so funny.
What? Do you have one?
Yes, I do. And the man behind the camera actually put me on him.
Really?
Yes.
Who is it?
David.
I can see that. I could definitely see that.
David.
Okay.
Yeah. David was like, I feel like he went through like a lot of different trials and tribulations to become king. But I feel like he always trusted God. Like God and him were like locked in as friends, and that's why he was able to get through.
I love that.
He was able to get
I
through.
love that. I actually didn't know that you had studied David because that's who I studied preparing for this podcast,
for real?
which is crazy. God put me right in 1st and 2nd Samuel's and 1st and 2nd Kings. And so I was studying like exactly what you said, like the trials, the tribulations, the waiting time of him becoming king, and just like him struggling with lust and temptation and all these different things, but he just had a heart for God. And I could definitely see that with you too, just having a heart for God no matter what you're kind of going through.
Yeah.
I love that. That's a great that's a great answer. I'm glad you had a person. What is your go-to scripture? Okay, so I actually have a tattoo of my go-to scripture. It's 1 Peter 5, verse 6 and 7. And it's more so 7 that is like my go-to. And it says, cast your cares on God, for he cares for you. That's my scripture because it reminds me that God cares about the little things. So like if something doesn't come out right? Or like an outfit or even things like that, I won't go to God first with that stuff because I think God don't care about my outfit, working out, you know? Yeah. But then it'll be a moment where he just shows me like, I care about everything about you, you know? So that's my go-to scripture for my mental. Yes.
I'm over here looking at him.
You reading it in the book?
Okay. Which worship song instantly lifts your mood?
I know you have one. I know you have one. Yes.
What is it called? It's the Fred Hammond song, This Is the Day.
Oh, I've heard you listen to that one. No, Fred Hammond will do it.
No, he does it.
Yes,
he does do it. But like
every
that
time.
song, like when I learned it in like Sunday school, and it was mad like boring.
Yes, and he had a different vibe back then.
Real
Absolutely.
crazy.
My song by him is "We're Blessed." The one I go late in the midnight hour. God's gonna turn it around. Yes, that one. I can't be in a bad. I'm leaving that in. I'm leaving it all in. But I can't be in a bad mood. Yes, because that's a great reminder, though.
Oh, I'm starting to turn to Michael real quick.
You took it from Fred Hammond straight to Michael. What's one lie you believed about yourself that God helped you unlearn? This is something that I struggle with so often, and you're probably gonna think I'm crazy, but I have a hard time believing I'm a good person.
Oh.
And I don't know why.
Why?
Like, I think I'm just very hard on myself about mistakes. And when I was younger, like, if I got one question wrong on a test, I thought I did terribly.
Well, why do you think like mistakes make you a bad person?
I don't know. I feel like I don't always give myself a lot of grace, and I don't give myself the grace that I give to others, and I also can be a perfectionist sometimes. But like I said, I'm learning. Like, it's getting better. You got one? Kenny, it's only 3 more. What does it say?
Favorite self-care activity?
Do you have one?
Oh, I know what it is.
What is it?
I feel like this is every guy though.
What?
Get my haircut.
Oh.
I need my haircut. Is that self-care?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Self-care. I need my line look. I need that to feel like I'm doing good.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. When you look good, you feel good. And I think people like downplay that, but no. What's one simple prayer you use when you feel anxious? So yesterday, I was actually feeling anxious about doing the episode, and I was just like, Lord, help me. So that's my simple prayer when I don't have the words. And I think like the beautiful thing is, you know, that like God knows exactly what you need and what you mean by that. But when I can't get it out, it's Lord, help me. That's it. That's all I got.
Worship song for when you're feeling misunderstood.
Yes.
When I'm feeling misunderstood. He saw the best in me.
I love that you're singing them. I love it.
Yeah,
and I'm keeping it in. I hope you know that.
That's Me by
Marvin Sapp, right?
Marvin Sapp. I was about to say Fred Hammond.
No, but I do think
Lord.
that song, He Saw the Best in Me, is definitely a great choice for when you're feeling misunderstood.
Everyone else around.
I didn't know Kenny was going to sing for us, but I'm here for it. You're going to text me and be like, actually, Rach, can you take those?
Delete.
No, I'm going to keep it in because it's real. We all singing with you. Yes. But yes, let's get into our discussion. This is what we're here for. Yeah. So I really wanted to be intentional about choosing a male guest for the mental health episode. Because even though I believe mental health is less stigmatized in general, I do think male mental health is still highly stigmatized. Yeah. And so I wanted to make sure that I talk to a male guest and just hear like your perspective on everything. So when did you first notice that you had mental health, concerns, or when was the first time you addressed it?
Actually, this story is actually kind of crazy.
Okay.
A little bit. So I think I might have been like a junior in high school.
Okay.
And this is when I was dancing like heavily.
Okay.
With this group called Power Surge. We were going to do a charity event thing over in the Bahamas.
Oh, wow. Okay.
During the time, though, me and like a lot of things were changing like at home.
Okay.
So I think my parents were like in the middle of their divorce. My mom was in school.
Okay.
So me and Nicole, we were not.
Oh man. Yes, Nicole is Kenny's mom.
Yeah, that's my mama. Hey, mom. I don't think we were getting along, so we were fighting a lot.
Got it.
And also during that time, like I was just going from rehearsal to school to like practice.
Got it. Yeah.
I've always been like a busybody.
Okay.
So we fly over. I probably lasted 7 hours there and then had to go get hospitalized.
Are you serious?
Yes, because during the flight, I started like not being able to feel my legs. My heart started feeling weird.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And then we get to the orphanage. Like my mouth gets like dry, like
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, real crazy.
Yeah.
So they're like, no, we're gonna take him to the hospital.
Okay.
Hospitals are not the same like they are in the U.S. Please do not take that for granted. Like, it was a very scary experience, especially like not being with my parents.
Right, of course.
We get to the hospital. These
What happened?
these people said I had an abnormal heart valve.
Are you serious?
Yes, which is crazy. They were about to fly me back over in a helicopter, back to the U.S. by myself.
Kenny, that's so scary. And how old were you at the time?
Like 17, 16, 17, right?
That's so scary.
My dad wound up actually flying back to the Bahamas.
Okay. That's amazing.
Back, and then I went to go see a cardiologist.
Okay.
He puts the EKG on me. He's like, no, you're normal. And he's like, switches the 2 wires. It was like, oh, you probably just had a panic attack. They just messed up the wires on you. So that was my first like experience having something like so serious like that happen to my mental health.
Got it.
And that's the first time I realized I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Something's like a little off.
I get that. So that was the first time you remember yourself having a panic attack. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, overseas.
The fact that you were overseas, you're not in familiar spaces, and you're not necessarily familiar with what's happening to you.
Yeah. And
Oh,
I
that's
think
so
my
scary.
brain was just, it was a lot going on. Like,
Yeah.
I was traveling without my family.
Right, yeah. That's a lot. And then being in the air, flying itself is a fear for a lot of people. So it like that doesn't fix the situation.
It doesn't
or
fix
make it any easier.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so scary.
And that was a crazy plane ride.
I've heard you mention parts of that story, but I didn't know the whole story and all the details, you know. Hearing you talk about it, like it definitely makes it very real. And I'm sorry that you went through that, honestly. That's very scary. That was very scary.
We're here, we're alive.
Yes, we're alive. So how would you say your mental health has changed since then?
Oh, it's gotten worse.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's very real. That's very real.
It's gotten so bad.
Yeah.
I'm diagnosed with like severe anxiety.
Okay.
I went to the doctors for it. And stuff
Okay.
like that.
Yeah.
But I think now it is starting to become like to the forefront of like my personality.
Okay.
Kinda.
Okay.
I think I'm good at hiding it or like being comfortable.
Yeah,
or trying
yeah.
to look comfortable.
I get you.
I think things like in the world like also have changed like
Of course.
like along with
Yes.
it that has kind of like maybe helped progress it.
Right, yeah.
Social media does not help a single thing.
Right, exactly.
Being able to see all like the problems in the world.
Yeah.
Over time, I think it's gotten pretty bad.
I get that. No, and I can definitely say, you know, I've become more aware of my mental health as well. I think as a child, I wasn't, you know, maybe I didn't know what it was, but I don't remember being as anxious as I became as an adult.
I think it's funny that you said like you don't remember being as like anxious as
Yeah,
you
yeah.
remember. And I feel like the exact same way.
Yeah.
And like sometimes like I kind of like I don't know, I feel like I'm always fighting to get like my young like a part of my younger self like that that good part
I get you.
where things just kind of seem a lot more carefree. I feel like I've had a experience with my parents kind of also learning about like mental health
Okay.
along with me.
Got it.
Like kind of figuring out what is this?
Got you.
How did like your parents kind of
That's a great question.
like react to the anxiety?
Yeah. I definitely think my parents had a very non-traditional way of looking at anxiety, actually, where my mom, she allowed us to have mental health days from school where we didn't have to go, we didn't have to pretend we were sick. It was like, I can't do school today and I just need to stay home.
I feel like I remember that.
Yeah, and she allowed me to make those decisions, and people thought she was crazy. Like, I remember mental health wasn't as talked about as it is now, so when people were like, you're home? You're not sick? What's going on? Like, you know, in the Black community especially, it's like, you better be coughing up a lung and don't let me see you get up and be running around because you ain't sick. But my mom, she was definitely, I do really admire that she was really progressive about mental health. And then as far as my dad, he actually shared a lot of his mental health struggles with me, which is also like non-traditional. Some people would say that's not healthy, but I did appreciate that he would tell me like, Ray, I'm sorry I didn't call. I was depressed last week, right? So I got to hear that as a child. Yeah, like my dad was very in touch with his emotions, and he would say, I was depressed last week, but you helped me to like carry on basically. So I definitely think my parents were a little more, they saw what their parents went through and they kind of just tried, like without a manual, just tried to like not do that with us, if that makes sense. Okay. But what would you say your experience was? Because I think it's interesting to have, I think you're gonna say something kind of the opposite.
As I was learning, my mom was also learning.
That makes,
didn't. I also had maybe unrealistic expectations on her because she's in the medical field. Yeah, my mom is like she's a nurse,
right?
A nurse practitioner.
Yeah.
So I feel like anything like health wise, I always feel like she
had
the answer,
that makes sense. Yeah.
And for this specifically, she didn't.
That makes
sense.
And
I feel like she was pretty upfront about it. But I think that was kind of frustrating that she didn't understand.
I get what you mean.
My anxiety.
Yeah.
She even said, she was like, Kenny, I don't know what to do. Like,
Like,
what's going on?
I get you.
My dad is a quiet guy, so feelings don't always get talked about.
Right. Yeah, I was,
like
that's a whole nother subject. I totally understand that. Yeah, I get you.
Fine, but kind of walking with them like through the mental health journey.
Yeah.
I'm realizing everybody's kind of putting like they're all into it.
Yeah.
My dad talks a lot more about it. Like, one week he had just went to the beach and I didn't know. And he told me why. And that was like one of the first times that he told me that he wasn't okay.
Okay, yeah.
And that meant a lot to me that he was able to kind of be vulnerable.
Yeah.
Dads typically aren't the most vulnerable people. Men
in general,
so that was cool to finally hear my dad talk. So.
Yeah. And that was also my experience when I was telling you, my dad would tell me about his depression. Some people would be like, why would you tell your kid that? But it did give me license to feel what I felt. So I think, especially for you as a male, to see this male figure, like the strongest male figure in your life, it's like, you're telling me you're not okay, then it's okay if I'm not okay. And I love that. I love that you had that. Yeah, it leads me to like ask you about community and who do you feel you can go to when you're at your lowest? Like if things hit rock bottom, do you know that you have someone that you can go to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like off rip is my mom. It's always gonna be my mom.
Yes.
Like my mom till I die.
I love that.
Always.
I love that.
But yeah, my mom, that's my rock. No matter, and we go at it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
We know how to fight, but at the end of the day, is nothing else but her.
I love that. I do agree. I think my mom is definitely the person I go to, and we've definitely had our difficulties in our relationship. But I know, like, if stuff hits the fan, she just kind of knows how to be like, okay, we're gonna figure this out together, you know? Before my dad passed, my dad was my person that I could talk about my emotions with, because he was a very heart on his sleeve kind of guy, where I think my mom was kind of put into a role of being the provider. And so in a lot of ways, she kind of like leaned more into that than the nurturer. But she kind of had to become that after my dad passed, because he was that balance of the emotional side. Which is opposite of a lot of people. It's a very interesting dynamic because, like you said, those expectations do come of, you're my mom, like, I thought you would, like, embrace me.
Expectations on
oh my gosh. Yes.
It gets weird. The older you get,
you start to realize.
It gets weird.
Yeah.
And I think you look back and it's like, why did I expect that from them?
Yeah.
And I think also like the older you get, you start to see them as just a human being.
You're just living life for the first time.
Yeah. I think I had to learn like grace.
Yes.
With my parents.
You know, we touched on family, but with your friends, are you able to talk to your guy friends about your mental health? The octave going up.
It is not at the forefront of like our interaction.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not at the forefront.
Yeah.
However, I feel super close to all my guy friends.
Yeah.
If it comes down to it, and like
Right.
it needs to be talked about,
Yeah.
it will, and it'll.
I love that.
I feel like we're all emotionally intelligent enough to
I love that.
speak.
Yeah.
And like speak clearly about like the things that we're feeling.
Yeah.
But I feel like typically for like male like friendships.
Yeah.
That is not the
Like the forefront, the conversation as soon as you come in. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Yo, bro, I'm stressed."
Yeah.
I feel like there's an expectation that you just gonna handle it. Like
Okay, but the expectation is coming from them that you're just gonna handle it,
just
or
like
in general.
men, like in general.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of our job, is to handle the things that we got going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that translates
Into the friendships.
Yeah. Into
Yeah.
friendships.
Yeah.
And low key, that's why things don't get talked about.
Yeah. No, it makes sense.
Kind of going through the same stuff. I don't think that's right, but
Yeah, I get you. It's just the
I
way,
feel like
kind of
that's
the way it
kinda
is.
how it happens.
Okay.
But with my guy friends, I feel like
I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love that you can talk to them.
I can talk to them.
It's so wild to think about my female friendships. That is always at the forefront of our conversation.
For real.
Like, we come into dinner like, girl, I got this download of career, love, friendship, faith, all the things.
Yeah.
We constantly talk about it. When men and women come together and that communication sometimes is tough, it's like we have such different ways of communicating.
Very, very different ways.
Yeah, it's very.
I think the older I get, the more I'm realizing that.
Yeah. It's
Dami
definitely
is very different.
Yes. No, it's true. And I'm glad that you feel safe within your friends. But then I've definitely heard, guys tell me like, nah, like, I'm not going to talk about that with the bros. We just talk about the game or, video games or whatever. Things like that.
No, y'all
Like
gotta
barbershop
end that
talk.
today.
We gotta end
End
that.
that today.
Yes.
Just be normal.
And if you can't talk to a friend or a family member, talk to a therapist. And I wanted to get into that. Have you ever tried therapy? And what was your honest experience with therapy?
Shout out to Lindsay.
Okay, Lindsay. Shout out to you. Thank you for helping my friend.
I had a white. She was a white younger woman.
Yeah, I did too, actually.
And I didn't mind that.
Yeah, me neither.
Either. You see, like, I have mixed emotions about it.
I get what you
because
mean.
I think when I signed up for therapy, I thought I was signing up for, like, a preacher.
I get what you
type,
mean.
Like, somebody that's really just going to, like,
Tell you what to do. Like, instead of just listen type of thing.
tell me what to do, like, psychoanalyze me.
I get you, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm
and you
saying?
like, come on, girl. Like, tell me.
yeah, like, really read me, please.
I get you. I get you. I think that comes into the expectations again, because I think I had the same expectation when I came into therapy. I thought it would be a lot more, okay, so this is what's going on and this is what you do, right? But then I'm like, oh, I talked the entire hour, but I think in my experience, what I learned is that she was guiding me to the answer myself by like the questions she was asking. They were guiding me to my own solution. But then also sometimes you might have the wrong therapist. So I've had like 4 therapists.
Oh, I only have that one.
I've tried every demographic. I've tried older black male. I've had like
I'm sorry.
That's how that went. That's exactly how that
real?
went. Yes. And then, I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it just wasn't my type of delivery. The best therapy experience that I had was a slightly older black woman, like in her 30s. And it felt like kind of like a guide just kind of leading me to the type of life that I want. So that was my best experience.
I like that age demographic.
Yeah. Slightly older than me.
My mom kept saying, like, why don't you go to a black male therapist? I was like, I don't know about that one.
It just depends whose delivery you're comfortable with. Because the way that things are delivered to you does impact your experience.
That's true.
It's whatever you choose. And I also do want to make a point to say that, like, you don't just try therapy and you it's like a one size fits all. Being open to maybe trying again if you don't have a great first impression. Yeah, try it out and let me know how it goes. But I wanted to ask you, how important are mental check-ins for you?
I think in the past it didn't matter to me at all.
Okay.
I think now I'm realizing my need to be seen.
Yeah.
I'm the person people come to when
Yeah.
things are going bad.
Yeah.
But I think because of where like maybe my mental health is like,
Yeah.
at the moment,
Yeah.
I am kind of seeing like that missing that like, oh, people not really like seeing me,
I
like,
get you. Yeah.
like, seeing like the bad parts of me,
Yeah. I get that.
or when I'm not feeling like well.
Yeah.
And I actually had a friend, her name's Christelle, who's been kind of like my mentor. Imagine you kind of like having a bad day, but you kind of like trying to show face.
Okay.
And somebody just like somebody sees you like.
Oh wow.
Like,
yeah, yeah.
what's going on?
Yeah.
Type vibe.
Like they can see straight through the mask
Everything,
and
and they
everything.
acknowledge it. Some people will see it and not even like say nothing because they kind of just used to like the better parts.
Right. Yeah.
And like even like when I talk to you,
Yeah.
I feel like I don't have to be Kenny.
Yeah.
How people know me.
Yeah, yeah. No, I get that. Sometimes I think people reach out to us because we make them feel good. And they're maybe not mindful of how they're trying to borrow some of that light. Sometimes my light is not always as bright as you're used to. And so when people lean on you to make them feel better, it's like you're still not able to be your true self.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling great right now.
Exactly.
And I want to be able to be around you not feeling great and not feel bad because I'm not feeling great.
Yeah, I think recently I've been trying to kind of like protect that.
Yeah.
Because there's so much going on. So protecting like my energy, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I really don't have.
You don't got nothing to
I
give.
got nothing to give.
I get that.
And I think that is such a hard realization for me because I have been the complete opposite of that. Like,
I get you.
I remember when I first started college, I felt like I was like amazing at like checking in with people, keeping up with people.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think over time, that energy has like just drifted away.
Same
and
for
I feel like I'm giving myself that grace with that change, but I think there is a learning curve for the people around me.
Yeah, like you don't always get the same grace that you give. And I think the thing that just came to my mind is if you're drowning, you can't reach out and grab somebody else.
Exactly.
So it's like people may not always know that you're drowning, and so they expect, oh, well, I'm drowning and he's not reaching out to me. But at the end of the day, you're also drowning.
Yeah.
But you're faking it. Like you're pretending, oh no, I'm good. You ever like go to the pool and you with your friends and you low-key almost drown, but you know what? That's what it's given. That's what it is.
Do we need to give you a life vest?
No, seriously. I did that. No, that is a whole nother story, but I definitely have done that. But that's what we do in life sometimes. Like, can you stop? Because now I feel like you're picturing me drowning. I was drowning. I was drowning. I thought 5 feet was actually 5 feet. And I was like, oh, I'm 5 foot. I can swim in 5 feet.
No.
It was higher. I was like, oh my gosh. And I was just like, I mini drowned and then I came back up. But I think I also still do that as a person. Stop laughing. I do that as a person because I think one thing that's very common for both of us is we're highly functional people, even though we both struggle with our mental health as well.
Yeah, we highly functioning.
And it's so hard because I'm barely functioning under.
I go home, I'm like,
gotta stop the noise. Like it's too much. I'm like, it's too many voices. But it's important that you have those people who can see through it and see through the act. Because a lot of times in my life, I feel like I'm actually performing and I know exactly who people want me to be when I show up. I give them that, I put on a good show, and I leave. And I think that is something I've had to unlearn because I've done it spiritually, and it led me to have a lot of church hurt because I didn't tell anybody, this is too much. And then I just left. And I'm trying to learn as an adult, okay, Rachel, like, you have to communicate to people when it's too much, but people also have to respect that you're not going to show up and put on a show. Because I think sometimes our show is convenient for people.
Yeah.
When we show up that way.
Yeah, I just stopped showing up.
You said, I'm just not here.
Yeah.
I'm not showing
I'm
up.
just stay in the house.
I hear you. It can get very real, but I do want to ask you this and share as much as you want, but what's one mental battle that you've overcome?
Ooh. I don't think I have.
You said I haven't overcome it.
Yeah, I'm still.
What's one that you feel like you have gone through or, you know, has been the most pressing in your life?
Before I started taking pictures, I was dancing.
Yes.
And I think I danced all the way from high school, I was about 15, and then went up to college. I was dancing in college too as well, and outside. And that was like a big part of who I was.
Yeah.
And how I showed up in the art world.
Right.
And then that all changed when I had my neck surgery. I had a spinal cord compression, so I had to stop. I had to get surgery, all that.
Oh my gosh.
I'm reliving everything now.
Yeah.
I had to get surgery, so then I had to stop dancing. Like, I was always on stage.
Yeah.
Always in the middle of a circle.
Yeah.
Things like that.
I get you.
Now I show up to that exact same spot, but I can't do what I once was able to do.
Yeah.
And then after that, I kind of had to figure out what I was going to do next. Like, I was kind of in school expecting that I would go down some kind of like dance track, like some way, somehow. And that all just got shut down.
Wow.
It changed my body too. So I wasn't able to show up like on stage, but I also wasn't able to show up the same way like in real time. Like, I literally could not move the same.
Yeah.
My body had got weaker, and that caused like a lot of insecurity.
Yeah.
I just felt weak like everywhere I went.
Yeah.
And I think that really took a toll on my confidence. A lot of people know me like as being like outgoing, super friendly. I think I am still those things. Yeah. But I feel like I've over time kind of became a shell of myself. Wow. In a way. Yeah. And all this kind of like ties into where I went next. Being behind the camera helped a lot with that. Yeah. And that's not good.
I get you.
I kind of got to hide behind the camera. Yeah. I used to yearn to be in front.
Be in front, yeah.
And I'm like, no, that's not me.
I get you.
People pushing me into a dance circle, no, I don't want to go.
Yeah.
Just because I don't feel like I'm going to be able to show up.
I get you.
Way. I'm just not as out there as I
get you, yeah.
I'm low-key like looking back at like my younger self, like, Kenny, come on, like we got to get it together and start to show myself more. And
wow. No, thank you so much for sharing that. And also, health concerns, they really take a toll. Like, I think,
real bad.
Like, when your body is not doing what you want it to do or what you know it could do, it's very frustrating.
Just looking better, feeling better. Yeah. And I think just really honing in on the gift that I have. Yeah. Is also helping me too. Like, I
love that.
It's a gift. Like, all of it, like dance was a gift. And, and like the camera also is too. Yes. And just because you're not doing this doesn't make you smaller.
Right. At all.
Or like hidden.
Yeah.
Transparent. Yeah. You're still him.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. I love that. And it's just a shift in your physical capabilities, but not in your spiritual capabilities, how you show up as a person. I feel like the soul, like, you're still Kenny, you're still big. You show up bigger than you may feel, but you still show up. And I definitely see that. I see that in what you do now. So I wanted to ask you, you know, speaking of gifts, your relationship with God, how was it impacted by everything that you went through?
In that space of my gifts, my talents, I feel the closest to God.
Wow.
So I think when I wasn't able to dance, I was really frustrated.
Yeah, of course.
I was confused, and it felt like he had kind of like ripped something like away from me that I wasn't ready
I get
for.
that. When that thing is ripped away from you, it can cause you to like get mad at God or feel angry at God because it's like, why would you give me this desire and then take it away?
Being mad at God is so weird.
Oh, it's so weird. I'm like,
a weird
I feel
thing 'cause
guilty
you really
for feeling
can't
mad.
do nothing
I
about
know.
it. Like,
Just be like,
yeah, you can't do nothing about it. You just
I
press
get
like
you.
a kid
Yeah.
on a tantrum.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
You kind of really do have to trust and have faith.
Yes.
That you are exactly where you were supposed to be.
Yes.
And in hindsight,
Yeah.
looking like back on my journey,
Yeah.
like all the rough spots, I was exactly where I was supposed to be.
Yeah.
I'm experiencing exactly what I'm supposed to be
I
experiencing
love that.
in that time. And
Yes.
things will get good when they get good.
Yes.
But you gotta really be patient and
Yeah.
let God speak,
Yes.
which I know you know a lot about.
If I could look back at my lowest moment, which I don't think my lowest moment was all that long ago. I think, you know, you were absolutely there for me at my lowest moment. But I would say, and I'll share this for the people. Around 6 months ago, something like that, I probably was at my lowest, kind of just rebuilding life after loss and ending a relationship that was very, very, very close to my heart. And I think people kind of underestimate how dark things can get. I think when you go through breakups and friendship breakups and relationship breakups, I think people really underestimate the toll that takes on your mental health. But I think my lowest moment was when I had to think about the reality that I wanted and then the reality that was. And I was so hurt. I was devastated because you not only lose a romantic partner, you lose a friend, and then you lose hope. And I think when you lose hope, that is the lowest that you can feel. In that time, if it hadn't been for God and my community, I don't know if I would be doing what I'm doing or be here in general. It's just really hard to, it's wild to think about because now I'm doing what I'm doing and I feel amazing, but I didn't always feel amazing. And you saw me in my room just like looking at you like, what we gonna do? Like, I don't know what to do with myself. You know, because you can't see the future, but I think one thing that I would tell myself in that moment is life will be beautiful again. Every time I think that life is not gonna be beautiful, I think about how every year without fail, the leaves grow back on the trees. And it's like, there's never been a year where they didn't grow back. Like that's never happened. So that reminds me that God works in these cycles and every time without fail, it gets beautiful again. It gets beautiful again. You get what I'm saying? It's crazy. And I think when we're in the darkest moment of the winter, we forget that it comes back. That's what I tell myself in those moments. But I couldn't imagine my life would be beautiful again. And now it is. And now look at us. I definitely have to thank you, and I have to thank everyone that was around me at that time because that was exactly, you guys were what I needed. And I remember you just being so in tune with God at the time that you were around my house and I called you. That was crazy. I called you, and in the first second of the call, you knew I had been crying. Like, you were so in tune with me as a friend that you were like, wait, what's wrong? And I was like,
I was coming from my grandma's house.
yes, and you were like, I'm in area, I'm coming. And you just pulled up and we just talked and you were just exactly what I needed to be. You were like a physical manifestation of what I needed at that time. God sent someone to actually physically be there for me. I know, it's crazy how he be sneaking and doing little things behind the scenes.
Yeah, no, I felt that too. I was like, oh, wow.
That's crazy,
This
right?
is perfect timing.
It's so wild. We've come a long way.
I'm looking at you on your side.
This is just proof that you can make it out of what you're dealing with. And also, if you haven't already overcome it, this is what overcoming can look like.
Anxiety looks different on everyone and people cope with it very differently.
Yes.
Some people can show up.
Yeah.
And then some people you meet them like, oh, they got
They
anxiety.
going through it. Yeah, you
it's
can
a lot
tell.
going on.
Yeah.
It's a grace that just needs to be given.
Absolutely.
Like automatically, like
Yeah.
as a human being.
Yeah.
Everybody got something going on.
Absolutely.
That you couldn't put on your plate.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that really needs to like be understood. That
Absolutely.
everybody got something going on.
Yes.
Everybody needs grace, and you really got to be kind to everyone because you never know.
I love that, Ken. Well, thank you so much for that discussion. I feel like this is definitely going to be an impactful episode. But before we go, I do want to ask you, how can we cover you? How can we support you?
How can I be covered?
Yes.
I really want y'all to pray for really like my mental health.
Yes.
It's a lot of things changing. I'm a teacher.
Yes.
I'm a friend.
Yes.
I'm a family member. Trying to show up for all of that has been difficult. Yeah, and pray for this business, y'all. Book a photo shoot.
Book a photo shoot. Book a photo shoot. Follow him on Instagram.
Yeah.
You won't be disappointed at all. No, but thank you so much, Ken.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. You can come back anytime. Honestly, this has been amazing. Yeah.
I'll come back next week.
Yes, and until next time, guys, stay covered. We love you.